Coming up, helping you prepare for Thanksgiving, how you can save, and tips for the kitchen after the break. Welcome back to ABC News Live. First, Thanksgiving is almost a week away, and whether you're celebrating with family or joining a Friendsgiving, it can be a lot to prepare for. So today our group chat is taking on cooking hacks, how to save money, and even ways to keep the conversation civil at the table. I want to bring in ABC News business reporter Alexis Christoforous, executive chef for the restaurant chain Slutty Vegan, Jamoke Jackson, and national etiquette expert Diane Gottsman for more on this. Thank you all for coming on. Happy early Thanksgiving. Alexis, I want to start with the money part because especially with inflation, we've seen grocery prices go pretty high. So how do you save when buying all the stuff you need for Thanksgiving?
Go to the store with a shopping list so you don't get distracted is my #1 tip. And also when you get there, choose fresh produce that's in season. That's going to be cheaper, especially this year. Canned string beans, pumpkins, pie filling, cranberries, they're all higher. Scale back the menu. You don't have to have 7 sides and 4 desserts. Use coupons and saving apps. I like Ibotta and Shopkick. They offer rebates and cash back. Use a cashback rewards card if you go shopping. And plan for leftovers because you can get a lot of meals out of Thanksgiving, and that'll save you some money as well.
I love the distraction note, too. I often will do online pickup or online order because I know once I get in the aisles, it's game over. The next thing I know, it's like this. Jamoke, you're known to some as the Bishop of Biscuits.
I am.
I'm very happy to see you brought some biscuits today. Alexis and I are pumped about that. So what are some of your favorite side dishes to include on Thanksgiving? And are there any store-bought hacks for those of us who aren't chefs?
Well, semi-made is probably the best way to go.
Sure, you mix, right?
You mix and mingle, you zhuzh it up, you make it your own. And the #1 side dish is mashed potatoes. The reason why is because it's so easy to make, right? It's kind of like you put it in a pot and you forget about it. So those dishes that we can kind of combine everything together, stir it up or bake it or cook it on the stovetop and make it, those are the easiest ones to approach. And like you said, fresh produce, I always say quality ingredients lead to quality results. So you want to pick the things that are in season, fresh, and available to you.
Now, Diane, potlucks are a nice way to spread the work, but they can be tricky in terms of figuring out what to bring or, as the host, what to ask for. So what are some potluck etiquette rules?
So always check on dietary restrictions and allergies. And especially if you have the allergy, you can ask the host if you can bring something to share with everyone else. And make sure that you're bringing something that isn't going to require the host's oven or stovetop if they don't have enough space. So you might have to heat it gently, and when you get there, put it in their oven. So always talk to the host to communicate and ask what is going to be best for them. Ask what they would like rather than surprising them.
Yeah, that part about not being in the oven and not being in the way necessarily so huge when you're in the middle of a big meal. Jamoke, turkey, we know, is the star of the show for Thanksgiving, but not everyone eats meat. So any suggestions on good centerpieces for the table for those of us who don't?
There's so much untraditional things that you can do, and even if because I specialize in vegan food, even the advancements in protein-based, plant-based foods have been phenomenal. So there's things like seafood, crab cakes, fish, even staple vegetables you can kind of highlight. Everybody picks a cauliflower steak. You know, things like that you can absolutely make as your centerpiece. It doesn't have to be a turkey.
And Diane, we're dealing with political tensions, 2 wars overseas, an upcoming presidential election. There's a lot to argue about. So how do you keep things civil at the table, especially if somebody brings up a hot topic?
So I think we all have the responsibility, if we would like to change a conversation. The host can start out by communicating their requests. Let's have a wonderful, memorable experience at the table. I look forward to learning all about what's been happening with all of us. And if it turns ugly, then whoever's sitting next to that person or even the host can say, okay, guys, let's table this and let's talk about something more pleasant. So we have to be kind, polite, proactive, and it's not important for us to prove our point at the table. There's time and place, but not at the Thanksgiving table or holiday table.
Another tip, you can just serve these biscuits because, my gosh, this is amazing. You don't want people talking? Just give them one of these. Mouthful, conversation over. Business reporter Alexis Christoforous, executive chef for Slutty Vegan. Do it. Jamoke Jackson. Thank you for the, my goodness, these are amazing. And national etiquette expert Diane Gottsman. Thank you all. Happy Thanksgiving to all of you.
Pumpkin?
Big apple.
Oh, these are so
Sweet potato.
good.
Right? Sweet potato.
We'll be right back.